Well, good day, all. Ira Epstein with your morning flash update. And this update is for Friday, the last trading day of March. That's March 31st, 2023, 8:15 a.m. Well, last night we saw that President Trump was indicted. It's under sealed order. What that basically means is we don't know what the charges are. The district attorney and Trump's attorneys have to work out when Mr. Trump will appear in New York, and he will appear, and when he gets handcuffed, when he gets his photo shot, his mug shot. I'd love to see him sit in a prison cell for all the photo opportunity, and I'd love for this to explode in the face of the Democrats. Forget your relationship Democrat-Republican. This has been a deal that's been going on since he threw his hat in the ring back in 2016. You know that. They've been after the president with 2 attempts at impeachment. Now they took the lowest hanging fruit. Whether this is even a crime remains to be seen of what he's done. To me, all I understand is he used his own private money, not campaign funds, to pay off somebody that he supposedly or maybe had an affair with. I guess he had. Why would he pay her? So that is the case. Okay. I'm not understanding what that has to do with these charges. So that's what this is going to be all about. Now, if I'm right on all this, and I don't want you to take political, forget you're a Republican or a Democrat. This is a man that made a payoff, paid somebody he had sex with because he was going to run for office, didn't want that to come out. It came out. There was a non-disclosure agreement. She broke it, or it was broken, and he's being sued over it. That's part of the case. I'm not the greatest legal mind out there, but I think I have an understanding of it. No campaign funds were used. So if I'm Trump, you're going to play this for everything it's worth. This is the master man at using these things for his own purposes. And the purpose he wants is press. So you can count on it. Between now and whenever the trial goes, and if I'm him and his team, you want a speedy trial. Speedy probably means within a year, right in the center of the campaign. So leading up to it, all the free press that he's going to get over this and how he wins over his supporters, it throws everything up in the air. If you're a Republican running against him, what does this do for your chances? What do you do about this? It gets a little bit nuts any way that you look at it. Okay, that's that part of it, and that's going to haunt us for a very long time. So just get ready for that. The other thing that came out was this morning as we got the personal income spending and PCE. So let's look at it. In terms of income, they expected up 0.2. It came in up 0.3. It's nowhere near the jump that it was in January, but it's still an increase. And consumption month over month was up 0.2. They were looking for it up 0.3. The prior January was up 1.8%. So if we look at that, the consumer's still spending, but not at the pace that they were. The February PCE index, month over month, up 0.3, half of January's. And the PCE price index, up 5%, not slowing down dramatically. You know, it is down 0.4%. But in red, these are the numbers that the Fed will look at. The month over month core PCE index is up 0.3. The prior was up 0.6, so that's half. And it was expected up 0.4. So you still have elevation, but not as bad as it could have been. Then the core PCE index year over year, up 4.6%. The prior year, January, was a prior year, I take that back, was up 4.7, and the expectation was 4.7. So a slight decrease, but certainly not enough to say we've got a trend. So what does this do for the Fed? This keeps a 0.25 point if all the other economic data is there. This doesn't take a 0.25 point potential off the table is the way to look at it. We get the final University of Michigan consumer sentiment indices coming out. Eurozone economic data, when you looked at their core CPI, 5.7% on the year. This pretty well locks up at least a 0.25 point for Ms. Lagarde. She speaks a little later today, so we'll want to see what she says about it, but that's what I think they'll do at their May meeting too. Remember, we don't have meetings really in April. We have them coming back in May, so those are the things you want to be looking at. Now, as for our markets, all green in the stock indices. You're up again in the metals. For those of you that get my subscription, I got the calculation wrong on your profit. One of my clients pointed that out to me. It's double what we said on the silver. I apologize for that. I don't apologize for the profit. I multiplied wrong. I multiplied it by 50 cents instead of a dollar. Think of it that way. The dollar index up a bit. Now, I'm also looking at what the Brits have. So they had economic data out today. I write about it in detail in today's report. I didn't want to go through the data. So last night, I don't mind telling you, for my subscribers, people that join me on my full subscriptions, when I write 2 updates a day, I did tell them to take some money off the table last night at higher prices than it's at right now. And the orders had to be filled because it was an better order and everything got filled there. Flatten the bonds and notes. Sort of just wobbling right now on the grains. You went up in Chicago wheat, I think it was, and you hit the upper Bollinger Band, so that's giving you a pullback in the market. And look at how the Biden administration blew it. You were just down in the crude to 65. You're at 75. So this market has roared back. They didn't buy one darn barrel. But they're going to go ahead and sell. They won't do a wash sale where they sell what Congress says they have to out of the strategic reserve and they buy it. Nobody says they can't do that. Nothing moves. You can't tell me that it's not already there. Forget your maintenance argument. Stupidity. I had up to June Bitcoin. One of my clients wrote, and they're right. I have my markets, a lot of them set automatic. So when 1 month expires, the next comes up, and somehow it jumped to the June. So I apologize for that, but it is the April you should be following. Why? Even though we're going in April, because it's cash-delivered commodity, so all the volume and open interest will be there. So what do I think's going on right now? Well, I don't think today's report core numbers did anything to hurt where we're at. They won't take the Fed off course. The market is still digesting what went on with SVB. We are seeing that the Fed, I don't know if it's the Fed or the FDIC, gets $500 million in a payments being made as one of the banks got bought and the stock rose, and the bank has the right to take back money, the FDIC, and they've done that. That's good news, not bad news. And there's stability. We haven't seen any more failures at this point. We keep hearing, and you know we keep hearing about one thing, and that is the commercial loans that are going to come up, the tightening that's going to happen in the economy. Every report I read, if you're going to a bank for money, better have a great business plan. What are you going to give them? And if you're asking for 100, you'll probably get 80. Just think of it that way. You're going to get some reduction in what you're asking for on a great day. And if you're just so-so, you're probably not going to get anything as they tighten down. How long will they stay tightened? That's going to be a good question. Banks make money by lending. So once you're over this, they got to look at it and they got to go say to themselves, we're either traders like some of the banks are and we'll make our money doing that, or we're in the business of lending. And if they're in the business of lending, that will continue on. Obviously, the assets they take in are going to be all important. Now, I'll be talking and writing I'm going to record today at some point a dollar index special report. You will get an email from me if you've already on my mailing list. It'll tell you when it's out. I've already prepared the charts on the futures, on the weekly, the dailies as well. And now I'll probably do UUP. I want to get that in there. Then I'll give you the seasonals on it and some price count numbers. So look for that over the weekend. It could be today, tomorrow when you're going to get your mail on it. It's on our website. It'll be there under the word research. It'll be a special part. It's not there yet because I haven't done it yet. And with that, I will see you either at the end of today, and that's my goal, the end of today, to do a weekly review for you. And then if I have the dollar done, you'll know about it at that point. You can go look at it. I'm Ira Epstein. Trade well. Talk to you later.